Welcome back to Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? In last class you learned physical properties of alcohols and you learned chemical properties of alcohols in that first category, reactions involving cleavage of carbon oxygen bond, that is the first category. And today we have the continuation topic, reactions involving cleavage of OH bond. This is the second category of reactions, reactions involving cleavage of OH bond. In that first reaction with metals. The first one is a reaction with metals. Alcohols react with active metals such as sodium, potassium, aluminum, etc. gives alkoxides. So what is this statement? Let us understand by taking one example. I am taking the general representation of alcohol ROH. So this is general representation of alcohol. This one will be react with metal like sodium, Na, gives rise the product we have to write. So here is we are discussing about the reactions involving cleavage of OH bond, reactions involving cleavage of OH bond. Then we have to break the bond between oxygen and hydrogen. Then the product is RO, sodium attached to this one, then you get RONA. The product is RONA, and we have to take 2 moles of this. So we are getting 1 hydrogen. If you take the 2 moles of alcohol, we will get 2 hydrogens. So these 2 hydrogens eliminate in the form of hydrogen gas. Clear? And we have to balance 2 moles. We are taking here is this is the 2 sodiums, and this is 2 RONA. This is alkoxide. This is alkoxide. So by taking this, we can write the statement: alcohols reacts with metals, active metals, to form alkoxide. Then we can take one more reaction. I am taking tertiary alcohol, CH3OH, right? And I am taking here is aluminum, and the reaction is this bond we have to break, and we have to make the reaction with aluminum. So how many aluminum valence here is +3. That means we have to take 3 molecules of this one. Then the product is CH3O taken thrice. Aluminum valence is +3, so that taken thrice we have to take aluminum. So if you take 3 molecules, you get 3 hydrogens. To make it balance, I am taking 6 molecules of this alcohol, and this is I am labeling as 2 molecules. Then we will get this is 2 molecules, and we will get 3 molecules of hydrogen gas. So you are getting 6 molecules, 6 hydrogen. You get 6 molecules, 6 hydrogen atoms. You will get in the form of 3 hydrogen molecules. So this is a reaction of tertiary alcohol with aluminum. So by taking this, we can write the statement: alcohols react with metals such as sodium, aluminum, potassium, etc. gives alkoxide. Write the statement: alcohols reacts with active metals. Alcohols react with active metals such as you can take sodium, potassium, aluminum. I didn't give the reaction for potassium, just etc. All these are active metals, gives alkoxides. This is the reactions of alcohols with active metals. The next reaction is acidity of alcohols. This is the B. Acidity of alcohols. Alcohols are acidic in nature due to polar nature of OH bond. This meaning is I am taking general representation of alcohol ROH. Here oxygen is more electronegative element. It has partially negative charge. Hydrogen get a partially positive charge. So both negative pole and positive pole present in a single molecule. This molecule is a polar molecule. So this OH bond is a polar in nature. Due to polar nature of this OH bond, alcohols are acidic. Write the statement: alcohols are acidic in nature, acidic in nature due to polar nature of OH bond. Polar nature of OH bond. Another important point is alcohols are Bronsted acids. They will donate a proton, so they are proton donors. So how will we can show the example? I am taking a base, I am labeling as a B minus. This is a base, and I am taking alcohol HOR. I am representing like this. So ROH I am representing like this. So upon the alcohol there is a lone pair of electron. This base attack upon this H of alcohol, then this bond will be shifted here. As a result, what is the product is B will take H, this will become BH plus. So RO, and this bond will be shifted here, it will become negative charge, RO minus. It has 3 lone pairs. Now the point is this alcohol donate a proton to this base, so that proton donors, according to Bronsted, they are called as acids. Proton donors are called as acids, proton acceptors are called as bases. So according to Bronsted acid base theory, Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory, alcohols are acidic in nature. So this is can act as acid. So simple point is alcohols are Bronsted acids, and they can donate proton. Alcohol donate proton. This is another point. Next point is we have to compare the acidity of alcohols themselves. Primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, tertiary. We have different kinds of alcohols. Alcohols is primary, secondary, and tertiary. So I am labeling this is the primary alcohol, ROH. This is the primary alcohol. Otherwise, you can take a continuation RCH2OH. This is the primary alcohol. Clear? And I am taking secondary alcohol RCOH CHOR. This is the secondary alcohol. And I am taking tertiary alcohol R2 alkyl groups attached to the OH. So this is a tertiary alcohol. Primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. Now the question is which alcohol is the more acidic in nature? Primary, secondary, and tertiary. Which alcohol is more acidic? So primary alcohols are more acidic than the secondary alcohols. These are the secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohols are more acidic than the tertiary alcohols. So what is the reason behind it? You can explain the basis of electron releasing nature of or electron donating nature of alkyl group. This alkyl group is a electron donating group. This will donate electron to the oxygen, like this towards the oxygen side, to this carbon. The negative charge increases on this carbon. As a result, the negative charges electron density increases on the oxygen. So this is alkyl donating group. So when alkyl is donating electrons to the oxygen, the negative charge on the oxygen is going to get increases. Negative charge is going to get increases. When the negative charge increases, this bond is a polar bond. More is the negative charge, more it tightly holds this hydrogen. As a result, this hydrogen cannot go very easily. So alcohols, in alcohols, when electron with the releasing groups are increases, that means alkyl groups increases, acidic character is decreases. Keep this point in your mind. I am repeating one more time. The point is this is alkyl group. Here is only one alkyl group is there. Here is 1, 2 alkyl groups is there. In the case of tertiary alcohol, 1, 2, 3 alkyl groups is there. Now what is alkyl group? Alkyl group is an electron donating group. It will donate electrons towards oxygen. So when electron is donated, here is only one electron donating group. Here is 1, 2 electron donating groups. Here is 1, 2, 3 electron donating groups. Clear? So electron donating groups are increasing from primary alcohol to secondary alcohol to tertiary alcohol. When the electron donating groups increases, what will happen? This alkyl group is donating electrons to this carbon, and as a result, the electron density on this oxygen is going to get increases. Negative charge is going to get increases. This negative charged oxygen hold the hydrogen very tightly. It will hydrogen unable to go. So if the negative charge is lesser, this hydrogen will come outside very easily. If negative charge is more on the oxygen, this oxygen tightly hold this hydrogen. Hydrogen cannot come outside very easily. As a result, the acidic nature is going to get decreases. More the number of alkyl groups, so more is electron density oxygen, more is the electron density, more is the negative charge, then more tightly held by the hydrogen. As a result, breaking up this bond is very difficult. So acidic nature is decreases. What is the point is, acidic nature of alcohols, primary is greater than, secondary is greater than tertiary. I am writing. So acidic nature primary is greater than, secondary is greater than tertiary. Acidic nature. Acidic nature. The reason is acidic nature of alcohols decreases with increasing the electron donating group. The statement we have tried. So I am writing acidic nature of alcohols decreases. Acidic nature of alcohols decreases with increase of alkyl groups. With increase of alkyl group. This is the statement. So more the number of alkyl group, less is the acidic. So one more point here is this alkyl group we have tried as this is a electron. Alkyl group is a electron donating group. Electron donating group. So this is a acidic nature of alcohols. And one more point is we have to compare the acidic nature of alcohols with water also. So when compared to the water, alcohols are less acidic. I am taking one side, I am taking here is ROH, and another side I am taking HOH, water. Now we have to compare the acidic nature of these two compounds. Which is the more acidic? That is the question arises. Among these two, which is the more acidic? So here is a alkyl group is there. Alkyl group is a electron donating group. Electron donates towards whom? Oxygen. Oxygen has a more negative charge. Already it has a negative charge. Oxygen has some negative charge, opponent partial negative charge is there. But this alkyl group also donating some more negative charge. As a result, more amount of negative charge present on oxygen. So that this hydrogen strongly held by the oxygen. So oxygen cannot leave this hydrogen. Hydrogen strongly hold by this oxygen. So hydrogen cannot come out very easily. But in the case of water, there is no electron donating. Both are hydrogens only. There is no electron donating group. Electron donating groups is there. This hydrogen will comes out very easily from water. So that water can donate hydrogen, that means proton, very easily when compared to alcohol. So water is more acidic than alcohols. Water is more acidic than alcohols. I think that what I mean is, in alcohols, alkyl group is there. Alkyl group is donating alkyl group is increasing electron density on oxygen. As a result, oxygen is more negative. It tightly hold this hydrogen, so that hydrogen cannot come out very easily. Hydrogen cannot liberate very easily. But in the case of water, there is no alkyl group, there is no alkyl group, so there is no electron donating group. So this proton will come outside very easily. So alkyl groups increases, so acidic nature is going to get decreases. So this is a acidic nature of alcohols. So acidic nature of alcohols, we have to comparison. Water is more acidic than the alcohol, and water is more acidic than the primary alcohol, secondary alcohols, and even tertiary alcohols. So this is a acidic nature of alcohols. And one more point is, by looking these reactions also we can identify acidic nature by looking any chemical compound that react with metals. Any chemical compound that especially acids reacts with metals liberate hydrogen gas. Metals react with acids liberate hydrogen gas. General case I am telling. Any metal you can take that will react with acids, they liberating hydrogen gas. Here alcohol also. alcohols also reacting with the metals liberating hydrogen gas. This reaction also is evidence that alcohols are acidic in nature. I think what I mean is, in general, metals react with acids will liberate hydrogen gas, general condition. Similarly, alcohols also reacting with the metals liberating hydrogen gas. This reaction also is evidence that alcohols are acidic in nature. So this is acidity of alcohols. Next reaction is esterification. Esterification. Alcohols react with carboxylic acids, acid anhydrides, acid chlorides, gives esters. So this reaction is known as esterification. Now let us understand what is exact meaning of esterification by taking examples. First I am taking carboxylic acid, RC double bond OH. This is carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid react with alcohol, ROH. This is alcohol. Carboxylic acid react with alcohol. In presence of a small amount of sulfuric acid, I am labeling as H+. Then we have to write the product. What is the product? Is first we OH from the carboxylic acid, H from alcohol. Eliminate in the form of water. These two remove in the form of water, H2O. And remaining part what we have is RC double bond group, RO group. This will attack upon this carbon. Then the product is RC. Remaining part we have RC double bond O. Listen carefully how to write the product. RC double bond O. This oxygen is attaching to this carbon. OR plus byproduct what we got, H and OH in the form of H2O. So these are the product formed in the reaction. This is ester. This product is ester. So carboxylic acids react with alcohols to forming ester. So formation of esters from alcohols and carboxylic acids is called as a esterification reaction. So this is in the case of carboxylic acids. We have acid anhydrides. Acid anhydride I am represented as RC double bond O, C double bond O R. This compound is acid anhydride. Acid anhydride that will react with alcohol, HOR. This is alcohol. This is also the reaction is carried out in presence of a small amount of acid, H+ I am taking. Now how to write the product? This H from the alcohol and this oxygen C double bond or this entire group eliminate in the form of carboxylic acid. We have to remove it. Then remaining part of alcohol O, this will be attack upon this carbon. Then the product what we have write RC double bond O, RC double bond O, remaining part we have OR plus. The remaining byproduct is RC double bond O, this H attaching to this oxygen. Then the product is RC double bond O, RC double bond O, this H, OH. So this is another byproduct formed in the reaction. So here is acid anhydrides react with alcohol to form what is this? Ester. So this is also a esterification reaction. And another one is I am taking acid halides. Acid chlorides, RC double bond O Cl. This is acid chloride. Acid chloride. This one we have to treat with alcohol, HOR. This reaction we are carrying out in presence of pyridine. Reaction in presence of pyridine. Now what is the product? How do you write the product? Here is chlorine is there. Here is OH removed. Here is RC double bond O, this H element in the form of byproduct. Here hydrogen from here, chlorine from here. Eliminate actually we have mechanism generally we are writing. So element in the form of HCl. Remaining is what? RC double bond O, RC double bond O. This part you can attach. This part attaching to this carbon. Then OR plus the byproduct is HCl. H and this is Cl, HCl. This is ester. This is ester. So this all these cases the product is esters. Esters formed in a reaction. This reaction is called as a esterification. Write the statement. Alcohols reacts with alcohols reacts with carboxylic acids, comma acid anhydrides, comma acid chlorides. To form esters. This is esterification reaction. Now another important point here is this I labeled as R. This R alkyl group we can take same or different. We can take different alkyl group, we can take same alkyl group. Suppose these alkyl groups are alkyl groups of this acid anhydride different from the alcohol. So this we can label as R dash, this we can label as R dash. Like this also can represent, sorry here. This meaning is these alkyl groups are alkyl groups from the acid anhydride different from the alkyl groups of alcohol. Otherwise you can take here also. This alkyl group of carboxylic acid, alkyl group of alcohol is both are different. If the different will be there, you can label it as R dash. If R dash is not labeled, if it is not labeled like this, then we have to consider it as both alkyl groups are same. Now let us see some examples for how to write the products by taking some chemical examples. These are general examples. I will take some examples. The first one, for this case I am taking. So in the place of R I am taking CH3, C double bond OH. This is acetic acid, clear. Then react with ROH. This R also I am taking same. You can take different also, nothing wrong. So OH, HOCH3. You can take different also, no problem. Then the product is remove this water. If you remove this water, then the product is what? CH3, C double bond O, CH3, C double bond O. This negative part we have to attach it to this carbon, this O. Then OCH3. This is a ester. And second, for this case you can take one example. What is the reaction? R I am taking CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH3. Or in the place of R I took methyl group. In this case also I took a methyl group. This one react with I am taking OH CH3, methyl alcohol I took. Then the product is then we have to remove this as acetic acid, isn't it? Then product is, this is reversible reaction, sorry, H plus. The reaction is carried out in presence of H plus. Then the product is CH3, C double bond O, CH3, C double bond O, CH3 plus CH3, C double bond OH plus CH3, C double bond OH. This is ester for this case. And take another example for this case. RC double bond OCl. I am taking CH3, C double bond OCl. CH3, C double bond OCl plus HOCH3. Then remove HCl. This one. Remove here. Then what is the product we can expect? That is equal to, here in the presence of pyridine. And HCl, this part attached to this carbon, isn't it? So CH3, C double bond O, here is this part attached to this carbon, here I wrote. Then C double bond O, OCH3 plus HCl. If you look at all the cases, products are same, because I took all alkyl groups are same. If alkyl group will be get changes, automatically the product is going to get changes. If you want an example, I will give. Suppose I am taking CH3, C double bond OH. This is a carboxylic acid. I am changing alkyl group, R dash I am taking. Alkyl group from alcohol R, C2H5. That means CH2, CH3. This group I took. In this case, both alkyl, this alkyl group, both are different I took. Then remove water molecule. This oxygen will be get attached to this carbon. Then the product is this is a reversible reaction in presence of H plus acid, sulfuric acid you can take. So CH3, We are writing product CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH3, C double bond O. This oxygen attached here. O, it has a C2H5. This is CH2CH3. Isn't it? CH2CH3. What is the byproduct? OH, H in the form of H2O. So this is a product formed in the reaction. If you compare these remaining, here is C2H5 is there, remaining cases CH3 is there. So alkyl groups it changes, the product is also going to get changes, that is depending upon the what is the type of alkyl group taking in the form of R. So this is a esterification reaction. Esterification reaction in the sense alcohols react with carboxylic acids, acid anhydrides, acid chlorides to form esters is called as a esterification reaction. Next reaction is oxidation of alcohols. Deoxidation. The product formed in the oxidation of alcohols depends upon the type of oxidizing agent used in the reaction. Then first I am taking primary alcohols. Primary alcohols are CH2OH. So first I took primary alcohols. This is primary alcohol. So the primary alcohols directly converting into aldehydes. Aldehydes. And aldehydes converting into carboxylic acid or COOH. Carboxylic acids. So this equation, alcohols converting into aldehydes, aldehydes converting into carboxylic acids. The product formation of this reaction depends upon the what is the type of oxidizing agent we are using in a reaction. So suppose I am taking oxidizing agents like first primary alcohol I am taking R, CH2OH alcohol. I am using the oxidizing agents like first one KMnO4 in acidic medium, KMnO4 in acidic medium or K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium. They are very strong oxidizing agents. So primary alcohols are treated with strong oxidizing agents. Directly the final product is carboxylic acid or COOH. The final product is carboxylic acid, not aldehyde. So I already said the product formation depends upon the what is the type of reagent we are using in a reaction. If strong oxidants will be used like KMnO4 in acidic medium, K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, the product is carboxylic acid in oxidation of primary alcohols. Apart from it, if you use the reagents like CrO3 anhydrous, CrO3 anhydrous, or this reagent you can use, or another reagent is PCC. PCC meaning is pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate. It is formed by the CrO3 plus pyridine plus hydrochloric acid. It is a complex formed by the CrO3, pyridine and hydrochloric acid. So pyridine and chlorochromate is a oxidizing agent. Here, if this reagent used, the product is RCHO. If you use chromium anhydrous CrO3 directly, or if you use PCC, the product is aldehyde. The product is aldehyde. We can take one more reagent by the name is copper at 573 Kelvin. Even this case also the product is aldehyde. I am repeating the sentence. Primary alcohols converting into aldehydes and carboxylic acids. So the final product, that final product may be carboxylic acid or that final product may be aldehyde. That depends upon what is the reagent we are using in a reaction. Reagent will decide the product. Here a strong oxidant like KMnO4 in acidic medium, K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium will be used, then the final product is carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid in the case of primary alcohol. Apart from it, if you use CrO3 anhydrous form, or you can use PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate, it is a mixture of CrO3 and pyridine and hydrochloric acid. If you use this reagent, you will get product is aldehyde. Otherwise, you can use copper at 573 Kelvin. For this case also aldehyde. So that the product is aldehyde or carboxylic acid is depends upon what the type of reagent used in a oxidation of primary alcohol. This is a primary alcohol case. And I am taking secondary alcohols or CH or OH. This is a secondary alcohol I took. In the case of secondary alcohol, you can take any reagent. If you take any reagent, this one, any reagent you can take, the product is always ketone will get, or C double bond O R. So this CHOH group is converting into C double bond O group. Here also CH2OH, this group CH2OH group converting into CHO or simply C double bond O group, and that may be COOH group or that may be CHO group. One bond must be C double bond will be there. Even if you write carboxylic acid, C double bond O or C double bond OH. This C double bond O, this carbon and oxygen converting into C double bond O. If you take this case, R C double bond OH. Here also C double bond O group is present. In primary alcohol, this CO converting into C double bond O. In the case of ketone also, this C and O converting into C double bond O group. There. If you take the secondary alcohols, the product is ketones. The product is ketones. You can use KMNO4, or you can use CrO3, or you can use PCC, or you can use copper at 573 Kelvin, or you can use these reagents also. So the product is ketones. So what is the point? Secondary alcohols converting into ketones. Clear? In this case, in general I am talking. I am taking tertiary alcohol ROH. This is a tertiary alcohol. I took a tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohols in generally at ordinary conditions, no product. No product, the condition is there at ordinary conditions. So tertiary alcohols do not form any product at ordinary conditions. But if you take a copper, the alkene is product formed in a reaction. Suppose I am taking a copper. This copper at 573 Kelvin, or I am taking the reactant is CH3, C double bond O. So CH3, OH. This is the alcohol I took. Then this will be treated with the copper at 573 Kelvin. Then the product is, we have to remove this OH and we have to find the double bond between one carbon, this carbon and this carbon. Any two carbons you can take. The product is CH3, double bond CH2. The product is alkene. At ordinary conditions, the tertiary alcohols do not form any product. So this is regarding the oxidation. What is the things we understand from here is primary alcohols converting into aldehydes, and the final product is carboxylic acid. That depends upon the what is the type of reagent we are using in a reaction. That is the first point. And the second point is if the primary alcohol is taken, if there is a strong oxidizing agent, then the product is carboxylic acid. If you take oxidizing agent like CrO3, PCC, copper at 573 Kelvin, the product is aldehyde. So the type of product formed in the primary alcohols depends upon the type of reagent we are using. Clear? Then coming to the second case, secondary alcohols. These are the secondary alcohols. In the case of secondary alcohols, the type of product formed in a reaction depends upon the in the case of secondary alcohol, the product is ketone. That is also depends upon CrO3, PCC and copper. So you can use any reagent, the product is ketone. Tertiary alcohols at ordinary conditions do not form any product. At ordinary conditions, we have to require elevated temperature, very high temperatures we required. But that we have to use very strong oxidizing agents. Strong oxidants we have to use, and temperatures will be very high, elevated temperatures we have to use. So that at mild ordinary conditions, no product. If you take copper at 573 Kelvin, the tertiary alcohol will give alkene. Product is alkene. If you want, we will take some discuss some general examples regarding it. Suppose I am taking primary alcohol CH3, CH2OH. CH3, CH2OH. This is the reaction item. Then what is the product formed in this reaction? We have to identify. What is the product formed in this reaction? First, in the case of primary alcohol, what is the product is KMnO4 by H plus. KMnO4 in acidic medium, H plus medium, or K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium. Then what is the product we can expect from this reaction? So what is the product? This CH2OH group is converting into COOH group converting into COOH. Then this CH3 remains same. CH3, CH3COOH. This is a carboxylic acid. Now take this one. Second case, CrO3 PCCr copper at 500 Kelvin. Second type of reagent. So CrO3 anhydrous, and or you can take a PCC. You can take PCC, or you can take a copper at 573 Kelvin. Then what is the product? CH2OH group. This case, second case, this reagent CH2OH converting into CHO. The product is CH3CHO. This is aldehyde. The product is aldehyde in the second case. Clear. Coming to the secondary alcohols, I am taking an example for the secondary alcohols. For the secondary alcohols are CH3, CH3CHOH. This is the secondary alcohol I took. This secondary alcohol will be treated with reagents like CrO3, PCC, or any reagent you can use. I am taking CrO3 in anhydrous form, or you can use PCC, or you can use copper at 573 Kelvin. What is the product we expect? R CR. This CHOH group is converting into C double bond O group. Then product is CH3. This CH3. This CHOH converting into double bond O. This is CH3. This is a ketone. The product is ketone. So tertiary alcohols do not react at ordinary conditions. We require very high elevated temperatures. And one more important point of PCC is PCC do not affect the double bond. I am taking a CH3, CH double bond, CH bond, CH2OH. This is the reaction. Suppose the reagent used PCC. The reagent is PCC. Then the final product is CH3, CH double bond, CH, so CHO. The product is aldehyde. But what is the point is double bond is not affected. What is the product? Double bond present in the reactant, the double bond remains same. PCC do not affect the double bond in a reaction. So this is oxidation of alcohol. In simple words, oxidation of alcohols products depends upon the type of reagent we are using in a reaction. This is oxidation of alcohols. Next topic is properties of phenol. The properties of phenol divide into two types. One is physical properties and the second one is chemical properties. First one, physical properties. The second one is chemical properties. Second one is chemical properties. Now let us discuss one by one in detail. And the first one is physical properties. In physical properties, the first one we are taking boiling points. So boiling points of alcohols is higher than haloarenes and aromatic hydrocarbons of comparable molecular masses. This is mainly due to the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in phenols. What is my point? Is let us understand by taking example. I am taking phenol. This is the phenol and it has a OH. This is the OH. So oxygen is partially negative charge, hydrogen is partially positive charge. This is one molecule. And I am taking another molecule, OH. Right, this is the partially positive, this is the partially negative. I'm taking another molecule like this. All these are phenol molecules, OH. Partially positive, this is partially negative. So in this case, the oxygen of one molecule and form the hydrogen bonds with hydrogen atom of another molecule between these two. This is the hydrogen bond, and this is a more partial negative charge oxygen of one molecule and partially positive hydrogen of another molecule. Between them, hydrogen bonding is formed. So the hydrogen bonding is formed between, this is a hydrogen bond. So due to presence of hydrogen bonding in phenols, they have higher boiling points. To separate the two molecules, to vaporize them, to converting into gaseous state, to vaporize them, we must break the bonds between these hydrogen bonds we have to break. To break these hydrogen bonds, we require high temperature. As a result, the boiling points of phenols is higher than the haloarenes and aromatic hydrocarbons of comparable molecular masses. This is mainly due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Write the same sentence. The boiling points of phenols is higher than haloarenes and aromatic hydrocarbons. It is due to presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in phenols. So this is the first physical property, and the second one is solubility. So phenols are soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bonds with water molecule. Here also the hydrogen bonding is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So simply point is, phenols are soluble in water due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding between phenol and water molecule. So let's take an example. I am taking, this is the phenol. So this is the phenol, and this is oxygen is partially negative, this is the partially positive. Imagine I am taking, here is water molecule. This is the water molecule. This is the partially positive, this is the partially negative, and I am taking another water molecule here. This is another. This is the partially negative, this is the partially positive. Clear? So oxygen of phenol molecule, this one, and hydrogen of water molecule. This is the hydrogen bond. This is hydrogen bond, and hydrogen of phenol and oxygen of water molecule. Between them, this is the hydrogen bond. This is another hydrogen bond. This is hydrogen bond. Due to formation of hydrogen bond between the phenol and water molecules, the phenols are soluble in water. So this is intermolecular hydrogen bond between phenol and water. Now write the same sentence. Phenols are soluble in water. Phenols are soluble in water due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonds between phenol and water. So this is physical properties of phenols. One is boiling points of phenols, and second one is solubility of phenols. Next class I will come out with another topic, continuation topic of this chapter.